Hi there, my name is Cupicate, and welcome back to WolfQuest Daybreak over Red Waters with Teau and his beautiful family. He did slowly make his way back to the rendezvous site after that brutal attack from Crevice Lake, where they simply wouldn't let it go even when they were trying to run away. They chose to chase them over Teau's border and brutalize him to the point of almost dying. Now Sundance is in a little better shape, so you can see she's actively keeping the Cielo. Cielo doing a handstand on the moose carcass. That's hilarious. But yes, she's actively taking care of the pups and allowing Teau to lay there as brutalized as he is. And during the battle, his ears got torn, his leg broken, and he can't seem to open his left eye. It hurts too much. So, in order to get the pups a little bit less worried about him, he's going to howl in hopes that he can strengthen their bond together. That's all the energy he can really muster right now. And with the last of his energy spent, he's going to sleep. He needs this sleep, he needs to rejuvenate, and he knows in the morning he's still gonna have to take responsibility for his family and find them more food. They're going through this moose calf pretty quickly, and even though he's rested, his joints ache, his bones hurt, his leg is just torn apart, and he can't even place it on the ground. But he's going to head to the carcass that they took down a couple days ago so he can feed himself and hopefully use that to heal. Well, as he approached the carcass, it looked like a bear and her cubs were there, but they didn't want to mess with Teau, even though they probably could have easily taken Teau. Fortunately, the mother bear ran off. She's still waiting for her turn, and Teau will let her have it because he doesn't have the energy to chase her. He will take a meat chunk back to his children and to Sundance if she needs it. Teau needed a small rest on his way back from the carcass. He's just so tired, and his ears ache, and all the coyotes howling and the other wolves howling in the background are just triggering his rage, and he's so frustrated. He's having a hard time without Sundance, but he purposely chose not to bring her to the carcass because she needed to protect those pups. Teau is terrified that Crevice Lake will take their retaliation, for whatever reason they have it, all the way to his rendezvous site and murder his pups. And so Teau has chosen to essentially break his flaw, which means he won't be getting those points. And that means he's leaning closer and closer to war. He doesn't really want that to be the answer, though. I feel like he's come such a long way with Sundance at his side that even with everything that Crevice Lake is doing and how ferocious they were in their attack, that he doesn't really want to do that. That's not what Eartha called him to do. Eartha called him to unite the packs, not to kill them. He doesn't want to force them to believe in something. That's not what faith is, and he knows that. He knows that because of Seraph. Because Seraph had made that mistake before too. That to have real believers of Eartha, they have to choose. But they can't choose if they don't know. And so their only true purpose is to talk about it, to spread those words. But it was never a forced thing. It was more of a, what do you think? How do you feel about it? Tell me your thoughts. Do you have questions? Is this something that interests you? Do you like this idea of us working together as one huge family? If you need help, we help you. If we need help, you help us. We all are of one mind and being under Eartha, and we take care of each other. That is what Teau truly preaches. And he knows that Crevice Lake is probably very scared of what he's proposing because they have lived with so much greed, and their pack is the biggest pack of all of them. They have a lot of mouths to feed. And so maybe they don't hear the positives of, we can help you too. Maybe they're worried they'll get taken advantage of, and that's a real fear. They probably have very real fears and concerns, and Teau understands that. But should he be killed for it? Chased into his own territory and murdered? But then he goes back and remembers what he did to the few wolves that he's killed, and he feels shame. And perhaps in some ways he feels like the goddesses are still teaching him that lesson. But if Crevice Lake is going to come after his family, what choice does he have but war to protect himself, to protect his mate, to protect his past pups, his current pups, and even his future pups, and even his brother, who's kind of been itching at his mind lately. But while Teau lays here and ponders all of this, he's going to pray to the goddesses for guidance because he is truly lost on what he should do. His rage is building, but he's trying to push it down because he knows that it will never have good answers. The rage is always the wrong path, and he knows that, even though it is there. But while he prays, we are going to roll to see what difficulty we have today. Well, I did indeed roll a 3. So Teau will have to remain on accurate setting for the day. But after his rest and the warm rain on his back, he's feeling much better. So he's going to make his way with all of his aching joints back to the rendezvous site and be with his pups and his mate who still need his presence. Teau knows that for the next few days while he heals, he's going to have to remain ever thoughtful and ever vigilant in everything he does to avoid letting his rage get the better of him, to avoid letting his mate down, and to avoid adding more danger to his family. But he also can't do nothing. He has a lot to think about. Hi, pups! Here is a small meat chunk for those of you that are still hungry. Teau would love to go and get them some more food. He can see their little bodies are in need of so much more than they used to. But he simply just doesn't have the energy yet to go and find them food. He barely had the energy to carry him to the carcass so he could feed himself. Fortunately, it looks as though that small little meat chunk was enough to actually top them off. And so Teau will rest again. Now that it is morning, Teau is feeling a lot better. His leg still hurts and his eye is still too swollen to open right now. But he's a little more positive after that sleep. He knows his pups are hungry and he knows that Sundance is going to be starved. So they will have to go out and feed themselves and get some food for the pups today. Was Sundance happy to see them put away? I do think she's becoming less and less patient in her older age, but Teau understands. Pups are a lot to deal with when your body hurts. He especially understands that now as he aches and is still a little raw from all of those bites he endured from Crevice Lake. But together, they will go feast. Well, that was quite lucky. It looks as though Teau was able to come across a fawn on the way to the carcass. And even though he's hungry and he knows Sundance is quite hungry as well, he's still gonna drop this off for the pups. There's no reason for it to go to waste just because he wants to make his way to the carcass. The true challenge is going to be keeping Sundance from eating it for herself since she is quite hungry. Perhaps we will put it in the grass and then just leave. Well, the pups will get to enjoy that as soon as our adults get back. Teau does still feel a need to go and try and strengthen territory. Their territory has dwindled. It seems as though something is going on with Crevice Lake that is causing them to almost purposely seek out the other packs and threaten them. He's hearing whispers and even almost a fear when Teau comes around. And he's wondering if Crevice Lake is possibly spreading lies and rumors about him, or if they're threatening the other packs. It looks like that mama bear is still here. Oh, Sundance, no! There's no reason to fight the mother bear. Sundance, why are you doing this? Sundance, oh my gosh, this is not necessary. Teau's trying his best to growl and intimidate them since Sundance has decided this is something she wants to do. Sundance, what are you doing? What is the purpose of this? Oh, Sundance, please be careful. Sundance, please! They're away now. Just leave her be. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Just go, bears. Please go. Sundance, please. Please, Sundance, you cannot die. Oh! Okay, nope. Nope, I'm pulling her out. We need this kill, but I can't have Sundance die. Sundance, no, come on. Oh, I hate bears so much. Fortunately, the mother bear backed off, realizing she didn't exactly want to fight anymore, but Sundance took a brutal, brutal attack from that bear. Now, fortunately, she only got a minor injury, but she's only at 27% health right now. I don't know what got into her. But Teau's gonna take the remainder of this back to the den, and he won't let the bears have any more. And this is just another thing that Teau has seen happen and has decided Sundance just can't go with me anymore. This is why he's breaking his Flaw. He has seen her get torn up by wolves. He's seen her attack bears to protect him when he's weak. And he just doesn't want to see her hurt anymore. Now, he knows he can't tell Sundance what to do. But perhaps he can't take her with him all the time. Now the pups are gorging on that fawn, and that little meat chunk is already gone. Oh, these pups eat so much. Teau's even wondering if he shouldn't go look for more, but definitely leave Sundance here. He's gonna try and see if he can't find something a little bit bigger, like an elk calf, before he needs to rest again, but that is approaching really quickly. He's very tired. Very nice! Teau did manage to get an elk calf, and not even that far. And now that Teau returns with more food, he is going to sleep. He's still exhausted. He knows his territory is taking a hit right now, but there's nothing he can do. If he went in to try and pull Crevice Lake back to him, it would be a death sentence. Unfortunately, though, Teau does feel like he is in grave danger and that he is surrounded. He can smell the strength of Prospect Peak slipping in and taking more territory closer and closer to his borders, and he's thinking to keep the pups safe, he may have to inch in closer into the middle, but that does mean closer to Crevice Lake. But now with Prospect Peak at his back, and they are now getting to be a danger to him and his family, he's thinking about moving them. But the other reason he's thinking about moving them is because he can smell Mikhail. The closer he gets to Crevice Lake, Mikhail's scent gets stronger, and he still wants to talk to his brother. He's not sure he's ready, but if he moves closer, perhaps taking that step will give him the bravery and the courage he needs to approach Mikhail. So now that the pups are fully fed all the way to 100% and are very, very healthy, Teau's going to move to a new site. He's going to move closer into the middle where he can protect his pups just a little bit better and possibly move closer to Mikhail. He's gonna finish this up right here, give himself the energy to move, and here we go. Oh my gosh, I've never been so panicked in my life. That coyote came up out of nowhere and I didn't think I was near a grass patch, but Sundance saved the day, y'all. Oh my goodness, Sundance did amazing. Teau is going to thank her because he had no idea where that coyote was coming from and he was so panicked. But the pups did well, and she saved them all. Where are these elk? Ooh, pups, stay away. That means you, Buffalo! Buffalo trying to be brave and hunt elk on his own. The kids don't really know what to do. They see these elk and they're like, wow, look, it's what we're supposed to hunt, Buffalo. I will not have you staring down. an elk. Don't you do it. Now, this could be an opportunity for Teau and Sundance to hunt, but they do have other things they need to do. So Teau might just try and chase them off right now. They're too close to his children, and he's trying to scare them into running a different way. He was able to back them off a little bit. He's hoping the pups won't be as distracted this time. Sundance is doing something over there, but which is weird. She's nowhere near. It's very weird. But now the pups are following. Here we go. Thank goodness. Holly, what are you doing all the way back there, you little goober? Poor Ollie must be tired. Ollie is very tired. Come on, Ollie. Everybody's waiting on you. And now that the pups are here, they need rest. And so does Teau. That means you, Ollie. You also need rest. Come here. You're so cute. Come on now. Well, before the pups awaken, Teau wants to go and kind of check his surroundings. They picked a beautiful spot by this river, and he can't help but enjoy the fresh water. He knows that hunting is definitely on the list today, but he wants to see if where they are is safe. With the pups' affinity high enough, Teau is going to call Sundance to him. He smells a lot of dispersal wolves, but he also smells elk, which has got him a little bit hopeful. They passed an elk herd on the way here, but he's hoping to come across another one so that Sundance and him can hunt. And there is the herd. There's also a baby nearby. Perfect. Now the herds are stronger in the spring after they've had their babies, but Teau and Sundance need this. Are they finally gonna run? Perfect! Now we're looking for elk that fall. Like her! Oh, well, she's fairly healthy, so that's not gonna work. It looks like they're being chased into Crevice Lake right now. This is not good. And this elk is just too healthy. Sometimes it is better to let the herd calm down. And he's starting to think maybe it would be better for them to just find baby ungulates. The herd has unfortunately escaped into Crevice Lake territory, but Teau doesn't know if it is a good idea to pursue them or not. Because of his leg injury, he's slow and he can't keep up with them, and they're so healthy in the spring. But he smells Crevice Lake from the south, so he's wondering if he couldn't possibly sneak in here and take this spot. And suddenly, as Teau stands here, he can hear other howling behind him in Sundance and realizes that he recognizes that howl. And now he knows exactly where Mikhail is. But he's not sure if he's ready. His pups need food. His pups will not wait forever. Him and his mate will need food fairly soon. And he needs to heal. And a part of him doesn't want to show Mikhail how weak he is with his broken leg. And so he's gonna wait for now. But he's hopeful. But we will have to save that for the next episode and see how Teau does, whether he does take down an elk, or if he simply tries to find baby ungulates for him, his mate, and his pups to feast on until his leg is healed. I hope y'all liked this episode. If you did, give the like button a tickle and a poke. Subscribe to join our family if you haven't already, and jingle that bell to get notified of when I post WolfQuest episodes. I don't know why I said ZooQuest. I must be thinking about ZooQuest. Anywho, I love you guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next week for more of WolfQuest Daybreak over Red Waters with Teau.